What, what have you learned as you've gone along? You know, you've traveled a lot of roads, crossed a lot of rivers, been in a lot of trouble. What have you learned?
I've learned that we're all pretty much alike. That no matter where you live or what you look like, what color you are, what country you're from, we're all pretty much the same. And what makes me and you laugh or cry, chances are it'll make everyone else laugh or cry.
Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into the legendary world of Willie Nelson. From his free-spirited lifestyle and personal life to the millions he's earned and the latest buzz around him. If you're all about iconic stories and country cool, go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe so you never miss a beat. Let's get into it. Early life. Born Willie Hugh Nelson on April 29, 1933, in Abbott, Texas, Willie Nelson was raised in a small farming town that would profoundly shape his music, values, and worldview. The son of Merle Marie and Ira Doyle, Willie came into the world during the depths of the Great Depression, a time that demanded resilience and ingenuity, traits he would carry throughout his life. His parents, both musically inclined, separated shortly after his birth, and Willie, along with his older sister Bobby, was raised by their grandparents, who were devout Methodists and music lovers. From an early age, music was woven into the fabric of Willie's life. His grandparents nurtured his talents, encouraging both children to explore their musical abilities. By the age of 6, Willie had written his first song, and at 7, he received his first guitar, a gift that would become central to his identity. The Nelson household was filled with gospel hymns and classic country melodies, and Willie and Bobby often performed at their local church and in community events. Bobby, a talented pianist, would become one of his closest lifelong collaborators, playing alongside him for decades. Growing up in rural Texas exposed Willie to a wide variety of musical styles, from the church music of his upbringing to the Mexican folk songs and blues drifting in from nearby communities. This musical diversity planted the seeds for the genre-blending style that would later define his career. During his high school years, Willie joined the Bohemian Polka Band as a guitar player, marking his first formal step into performing publicly. His passion for songwriting grew stronger, and he often scribbled lyrics and melodies during downtime from school and chores. Despite the challenges of his upbringing, including financial hardship and a restless spirit that made him skeptical of authority, Willie's early life was deeply enriched by a sense of independence and artistic freedom. He briefly joined the Air Force after high school and later enrolled in Baylor University to study agriculture, but the pull of music proved too strong. He dropped out and began working odd jobs, including as a disc jockey, while playing in honky-tonks at night. A key relationship during this period was with Larry Butler, a fellow musician and radio personality who gave Willie a platform to perform and introduced him to a wider network of Texas performers. These connections proved pivotal as Willie began to gain recognition for his songwriting abilities. His composition, Family Bible, though sold for just $50, became a hit for another artist and marked the beginning of his reputation as a gifted songwriter. Willie Nelson's early life was defined by humble beginnings, strong familial bonds, and a relentless drive to make music, no matter the odds. From singing gospel tunes with his sister in a small-town church to penning country classics in the back rooms of radio stations, Willie's formative years laid the groundwork for a storied career. His upbringing instilled in him not just musical talent, but also a deep empathy for ordinary people, an ethos that would become the soul of his songs. Career and success. Willie Nelson's career is a testament to persistence, reinvention, and a deep-rooted authenticity that has made him one of the most iconic figures in American music history. Building on the foundation laid during his early years in Texas, honky-tonks and radio stations, Willie's first major breakthrough came not as a performer, but as a songwriter. In the early 1960s, he penned several hits that were recorded by other country stars, including the now classic Crazy, immortalized by Patsy Cline, and Hello Walls, made famous by Faron Young. These early successes established Willie as one of Nashville's most gifted songwriters. But despite his talent, he struggled to fit into the polished, formulaic style that defined the Nashville sound of the time. Frustrated by the industry's constraints, Willie made a pivotal move in the early 1970s, returning to Texas and helping ignite what would become the outlaw country movement. A gritty, raw, and more personal take on country music that rejected the slick production of mainstream Nashville. His 1973 album Shotgun Willie marked a turning point, followed by the critically acclaimed Phases and Stages in 1974. But it was 1975's Red-Headed Stranger, a concept album with sparse instrumentation and emotional depth, that truly made Willie a star. The album's success, bolstered by the chart-topping single Blue Eyes Crying in the Rain, transformed him from a behind-the-scenes songwriter into a household name. As Willie's fame grew, so did his influence. Alongside fellow outlaw country pioneers like Waylon Jennings, Johnny Cash, and Chris Christopherson, he formed the supergroup The Highwaymen in the 1980s, a collaboration that yielded hit albums and legendary tours. Willie's duet with Waylon, Mamas Don't Let Your Babies Grow Up to Be Cowboys, became one of the genre's most recognizable anthems. Over the years, Willie recorded more than 70 studio albums, blending country, jazz, blues, and folk in a way that few artists have managed. Willie Nelson's career has also been marked by a string of awards and honors, including multiple Grammy Awards, a Kennedy Center Honor, induction into the Country Music Hall of Fame, and a Lifetime Achievement Award from the Recording Academy. His 1982 album Always on My Mind not only won Album of the Year at the CMA Awards, but also earned him 3 Grammy wins, cementing his place as a crossover success. Despite his status as a country legend, Willie never stopped evolving. He explored reggae with countrymen, embraced traditional standards with Stardust, and even collaborated with artists across genres, from Ray Charles and Sheryl Crow to Snoop Dogg and Norah Jones. His fearless experimentation and open-mindedness kept his music fresh and allowed him to appeal to new generations of fans. Today, Willie Nelson stands as a towering figure not only in country music, but in American culture. His unmistakable voice, storytelling genius, and commitment to artistic integrity have earned him lasting admiration. With a career spanning over 6 decades, countless hit songs, and ventures that blend activism and entrepreneurship, Willie has built a legacy that transcends music, a true testament to staying true to oneself, no matter the cost. Income and net worth. Willie Nelson's financial journey has been as colorful and complex as his legendary career, marked by massive earnings, high-profile setbacks, and a remarkable rebound. With an estimated net worth ranging from $25 million to $40 million, according to multiple financial sources, Willie's wealth reflects decades of musical success, touring, songwriting royalties, and savvy business ventures. A major source of Willie's income has always been his prolific music catalog. As both a performer and songwriter, he has earned royalties from dozens of classic hits, not just his own, but also songs he wrote for other artists in the early days of his career. Songs like Crazy and Funny How Time Slips Away continue to generate revenue through licensing, streaming, and cover versions by other artists. His publishing rights and licensing agreements remain a valuable long-term source of passive income. Live performances have been another consistent and substantial source of Willie's income. Even into his 80s and 90s, Nelson has maintained a grueling tour schedule, often playing over 100 shows a year during peak periods. His ability to draw large crowds, both in intimate venues and major festivals, has helped him bring in millions through ticket sales and merchandise. Willie has also made money through a variety of business ventures, most notably his cannabis brand Willie's Reserve, launched in 2015. Willie's Reserve operates in multiple states where cannabis is legal and has positioned itself as a premium, ethical brand aligned with his values. While exact figures are private, the brand is believed to contribute significantly to his modern-day income. Additionally, Willie has authored several books, including memoirs and works on activism, which have topped bestseller lists and added to his earnings. He has also appeared in films and television shows over the years, often playing himself or taking on roles that align with his unique persona. Though acting is not his primary focus, these appearances have further expanded his income and public profile. Despite his enduring financial success, Willie Nelson faced a well-publicized financial crisis in the early 1990s when the IRS claimed he owed over $32 million in back taxes due to mismanagement by his accountants. In response, Willie released the 1992 album, The IRS Tapes, Who'll Buy My Memories?, with all proceeds going to the IRS. Through a combination of creative strategy, touring, and merchandise sales, he paid off the debt and rebuilt his financial standing, a testament to his resilience and the loyalty of his fan base. Today, Nelson continues to generate income through a blend of music royalties, touring, brand deals, and business ventures. His lifestyle is relatively modest for a celebrity of his stature, and he has often emphasized personal fulfillment over luxury. Lifestyle insights. Beyond his prolific music career, Willie Nelson has cultivated a lifestyle that is as distinctive and free-spirited as his songs. A man deeply in tune with nature, personal freedom, and community, Willie's day-to-day life mirrors the laid-back philosophical persona his fans have come to love. He's a longtime advocate of sustainable living and environmental stewardship, often found tending to his sprawling ranch in Luck, Texas, a whimsical, self-made western town that doubles as a creative sanctuary for artists and friends. One of Willie's most well-known personal passions is his love for marijuana, which he has openly embraced for decades. Far from being just a recreational indulgence, cannabis is central to his lifestyle and wellness philosophy. Willie has credited it with helping him quit alcohol and cigarettes and has long spoken about its medicinal benefits. This passion eventually evolved into a business venture with the launch of Willie's Reserve, a cannabis brand that reflects his values of quality, sustainability, and ethical farming practices. It's not just a product line, it's a statement of his lifelong advocacy for legalization and personal liberty. Willie is also a devoted reader and chess enthusiast, known to carry a book or chessboard with him on the road. His curiosity and love of learning extend to his songwriting, where literature, history, and philosophy often influence his lyrics. In quieter moments, he enjoys playing poker with friends, a hobby that has long been part of his road life with the band. His sense of humor, often dry and sly, reveals itself in casual conversation and onstage banter, endearing him further to fans and fellow musicians alike. Philanthropy has always played a major role in Willie's life. In addition to founding Farm Aid, which continues to support American farmers to this day, he has been involved in numerous humanitarian efforts, including disaster relief, veterans' causes, and environmental activism. He has consistently used his voice to champion the underrepresented and vulnerable, making his activism as integral to his identity as his music. Willie's personal style is unmistakable: long braided hair, bandanas, denim, and worn-in boots. It's a look that's become iconic, unpolished, timeless, and authentically his. Whether performing on stage or sitting down for a casual interview, he exudes the same calm, confident presence that has come to symbolize his approach to life. Even in his 90s, he remains active, touring regularly and continuing to record new music, defying conventional expectations of aging in the spotlight. Of course, Willie's journey hasn't been without controversy. In addition to his high-profile tax battles in the 1990s, which exposed significant mismanagement by his advisors, he has faced criticism over his marijuana use and outspoken political stances. Yet, he has consistently met such scrutiny with honesty and humor, often using challenges as opportunities for reflection and reinvention. His openness about his struggles, whether financial, personal, or political, has only strengthened his bond with fans, reinforcing his image as someone who never shies away from truth, even when it's inconvenient. In the end, Willie Nelson's lifestyle is an extension of his music, deeply human, profoundly empathetic, and fiercely independent. His passions for music, nature, justice, and personal freedom have guided his choices and defined his legacy. More than just a country music icon, he has become a symbol of staying true to oneself, no matter the pressure to conform. Willie's way of life, rooted in simplicity and authenticity, continues to inspire fans across generations, proving that the man behind the songs is every bit as legendary as the music he creates. Relationships and personal life. Willie Nelson's life has been deeply defined by the relationships he's built through love, loss, family, and the tight-knit community of musicians he's long called friends. His personal connections have influenced his music just as much as his life on the road, creating a rich tapestry of emotional depth behind his public persona. Over the years, Willie has been married 4 times, each relationship marking a different chapter in his storied life. His first marriage to Martha Matthews in 1952 produced 3 children, Lana, Susie, and Billy, but was marked by instability and hardship. Tragically, their son Billy died in 1991, a devastating event that left a lasting impact on Willie. His second marriage to country singer Shirley Cauley ended in the early 70s, followed by his third to Connie Kupka, with whom he had 2 daughters, Paula and Amy. Both daughters have remained close to their father, with Paula following in his musical footsteps. Willie's current marriage to Annie D'Angelo, whom he wed in 1991, has been his longest. Together, they share 2 sons, Lucas and Micah, both accomplished musicians who have performed with Willie and built careers of their own. However, in recent years, fans have noticed that Annie is no longer seen with Willie at public events, leading to speculation about the status of their relationship. While there has been no official statement regarding a separation, the absence has raised questions. Meanwhile, Willie is increasingly seen in the company of fellow music legend Emmylou Harris, both on and off the stage. The two have performed together and share a long-standing musical friendship built on mutual respect and artistic chemistry. Their easy rapport and frequent appearances together have sparked rumors that there may be more than just professional collaboration between them. Among Willie's most significant familial bonds was the lifelong connection with his sister Bobby Nelson, his bandmate and musical partner for over 5 decades. Her passing in 2022 was a heartbreaking loss, as she was not only his pianist but also one of his closest confidants. Their relationship exemplified the importance of family in Willie's life, even amidst the chaos of fame and touring. Professionally, Willie has forged some of country music's most iconic friendships. His collaboration with Johnny Cash, Waylon Jennings, and Chris Christopherson in forming The Highwaymen created a brotherhood of outlaws that redefined the genre. Even outside that group, Willie's friendships with Merle Haggard, Ray Charles, and a new generation of musicians have shown his unmatched ability to connect across age, style, and genre. Despite the complexities of fame, Willie is known for his loyalty, generosity, and down-to-earth nature. He remains close to his children, especially those in the music world, and continues to foster bonds with musicians both old and new. His friendships often stem from shared creative values and a commitment to honest storytelling. Whether he's jamming with longtime collaborators or sharing the spotlight with rising stars, Willie Nelson's relationships reflect a man who values connection, loyalty, and authenticity. His personal life, like his music, isn't always tidy or easy to categorize, but it's undeniably real. These human connections, some rooted in family and others in deep artistic kinship, continue to enrich his life and shape the legacy of a true American original. Real estate. Willie Nelson's real estate holdings are a unique reflection of his free-spirited nature, deep roots in Texas culture, and love for the land. Rather than chasing ultra-modern mansions or flashy celebrity compounds, Willie has chosen properties that speak to authenticity, independence, and connection to nature. His real estate portfolio is less about luxury and more about lifestyle, quiet, grounded, and unmistakably Willie. His most iconic property is undoubtedly Luck Ranch, located just outside of Austin, Texas. Originally built in the 1980s as a film set for his movie Red-Headed Stranger, the ranch has since been transformed into a sprawling, self-sustaining compound that doubles as a creative retreat and home base. The property spans over 500 acres and includes a faux Old West town, complete with a church, saloon, general store, and a post office, all lovingly maintained to preserve the charm and character of the original set. Luck Ranch is not just for show. It's where Willie spends much of his time when he's not on tour. The ranch is also the site of Luck Reunion, a music and arts festival that brings together fans, artists, and activists in a setting that reflects Willie's values of community, music, and progressive causes. In recent years, solar energy systems and eco-friendly farming practices have been introduced to the ranch, aligning with Willie's long-standing commitment to sustainability. While the exact purchase price of Luck Ranch has never been publicly disclosed, it has become priceless in terms of personal significance. The property also includes Willie's primary residence, a rustic home that matches the aesthetic of the surrounding town. With a warm, country-style interior, the house includes multiple bedrooms and open living spaces that prioritize comfort over excess. There's no ornate decor or gold trim, just a cozy, welcoming home filled with guitars, books, and the aroma of Southern cooking. Earlier in his life, Willie owned several other homes across Texas and Tennessee. At the height of his financial success in the late 1970s and early 1980s, he had a more traditional Nashville area mansion with luxury amenities. But following his infamous tax battle with the IRS in the early 1990s, he sold off most of his real estate holdings to help pay off debts. This turning point not only reshaped his finances, but also reinforced his preference for simpler living and real estate that held personal value rather than status. In addition to Luck Ranch, Willie reportedly owns smaller properties around Austin and Maui, Hawaii, where he's spent considerable time relaxing and writing. His Maui retreat offers sweeping ocean views, open-air living spaces, and tropical gardens. The vibe is much like his Texas property, unpretentious and connected to the natural world, with an emphasis on peace and creativity. Across all his properties, Willie's real estate choices reflect his core values: freedom, authenticity, and harmony with the land. His homes are not simply places to live. They are extensions of his philosophy and lifestyle. Whether he's writing songs on his porch in Texas or sharing a quiet moment with friends in Hawaii, Willie has designed a world that's uniquely his own. His real estate portfolio isn't about luxury for luxury's sake. It's about creating environments where he can live, create, and connect on his own terms. Cars and vehicles. Willie Nelson's relationship with vehicles has always been more about freedom and function than flashy horsepower, a philosophy that fits perfectly with his outlaw image and road warrior lifestyle. In his early days, long before the fame and fortune, Willie drove modest, practical cars as he traveled from one Texas honky-tonk to the next, guitar in tow. One of his first cars was reportedly a used Buick, a reliable ride that saw him through his lean years as a struggling songwriter. It was less about the car and more about the journey, getting to the next gig, no matter the miles. As his fame grew, Willie's vehicular tastes evolved, but not in the typical celebrity fashion. Rather than collecting sports cars or rare luxury vehicles, Willie's most iconic ride became his tour bus, affectionately known as the Honeysuckle Rose. Over the years, he's had several versions of the bus, each customized to reflect his personality, with wood-paneled interiors, red velvet touches, and even an onboard poker table. This rolling sanctuary has become as much a symbol of Willie Nelson as his guitar trigger, allowing him to live on the road in comfort and style. Willie has owned a few classic American cars over the years, including a Cadillac Eldorado and a Lincoln Continental, both of which embody a retro, laid-back charm in line with his timeless aesthetic. While he's never been one to flaunt wealth through exotic car collections, these vehicles hint at a nostalgic love for Americana and craftsmanship. Interestingly, Willie has auctioned off a few vehicles for charity, including a 1981 Rolls-Royce Silver Spur that was once part of his modest collection. In true Willie fashion, the proceeds went to causes close to his heart, reinforcing his tendency to use his belongings as tools for doing good rather than just status symbols. These days, when he's not touring in the Honeysuckle Rose, Willie tends to stay grounded at Luck Ranch or travel privately for longer hauls. He reportedly prefers traveling by bus over private jet, not just for comfort, but because it reflects his low-key, environmentally conscious lifestyle. Even in travel, Willie values the journey as much as the destination. What surprised you most about Willie Nelson's story? Drop a comment below. If you liked this video, check out one of the ones on your screen now. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.